All right. Hi, guys. My name is Maddie. You've probably seen me running all over the place today. Um, I'm going to start off with a poem that I wrote over last school year. The scars will not go away. They will itch, and it will feel like someone is grinding glass into them. And the numb parts will stay numb, but they still hurt to touch, and the scars will not go away. And they will burn when you need a release, and it's like your skin is on fire with ice and fire. And it is so tempting, and shaving will never be the same, and those scars will not go away. The ones that you didn't take care of get worse, and skin sags, and it stretches. Infections will happen more than once. The scars don't go away. The deepest ones, they leak, they crack, they stain your favorite clothes, your bed, the carpet, the rug, the curtains. First aid supplies are really expensive, and the scars will not go away. Kids will ask what happened. People will stare. Employers will ask if you are mentally stable enough to have a job, and the scars will not go away. Summers are the worst. They get sunburnt, and then they stand out even more, and when you get tan, they get paler. The scars don't go away. They define every outfit you choose to wear for the rest of your life, and they are a reason that any time that you have sex when you're married, the lights have to be off. Living with people is a constant state of stress, and the scars will not go away. If you have children at age 5, they'll ask why you have tiger stripes, and it's going to hurt in the deepest part of your soul. And you'll smile, and you'll say it's a fight with a monster because hurting your kid is not an option. The scars will not go away, and one day you'll finally be comfortable enough to wear your clothes that show them, and your mom will see them and cry tears like a river. How much of this was her fault? None of it, and you'll never want to show them to her again. The scars will never go away, and you will never get used to seeing them, but you never forget they're there. And you will feel disgusting, 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 disgusting for the rest of your life. Scars will not go away. They will not go away. They will never go away. Alice Cooper has a quote that I really like. It's, drinking beer is easy, and trashing yourself up is easy, but being a Christian, that's a tough call. That's real rebellion. So, for me, I was raised in the church. Like, day I was born, raised in the church, like most people here, probably. But, like the lovely woman before me, I never had a relationship with God. In fact, I wanted the opposite of a relationship with God. I hated God. You see, when I was little, I just didn't care. And then when I was almost 13, my family moved, and then I was angry. And when you are an emotional teenager and you're angry and you are lonely, you hate anything you think caused that. And when you hate your Creator, it makes you feel hopeless. You hurt. And you look for anything to let it out, right? But somehow, I managed to make it out of that, and on accident, I got involved with the church. I got involved with the church before I was a Christian. It's really interesting. You see, my mom had me go to church camp, and I hung out with everyone who didn't want to be there, of course, right? Because I didn't want to be there. And so, while I was there, I made friends with a lady named Kelly Carpenter. She was like a leader, and then I left, and I never really talked to her again. But she saw something in me that I didn't know was there. And a couple years later, she called my youth director and asked if he would get me to fill out an application. An application for something I had never heard of. I think a lot of the people here know you're with a conference. I didn't even know we had those. And she sent me an application for an international board, and she said, I think she can do that, and we need someone from the conference. And so I was like, I can write an essay. I filled it out. My youth director wanted me to fill it out, and I just sent it on. Never thought anything of it. And I got accepted for some reason through an essay that I just kind of blew through and didn't care about. And the only reason I did it is because they said I could travel. I still wasn't a Christian. I didn't care. I didn't really want to be around anyone who liked God because they tend to make me angry because they were happy. Well, a couple weeks after that, I flew to Nashville, Tennessee, and I met some very interesting people that were very involved in the church and very happy. and I was not happy that first day. And again, people kept seeing something in me that I didn't know was there, and they elected me the chairman of this board of 36 countries and 15 languages, and I had no idea what was going on, and I was scared. And all of them kept telling me that, oh, God has blessed you so much. And I was like, God has not blessed me at all. We don't get along. Some of you might have heard of the Butterfly Project. Someone that week told me about it. See, butterflies are a symbol in the Christian faith, right? It's rebirth. They come out of a chrysalis and they are a whole new person. And someone told me about this project because it's the idea that you draw a butterfly on yourself. And if you hurt that butterfly, you hurt a person you love. And you name everyone, and it helps you think about the fact that you matter to other people, even when you don't matter to yourself. And so I was always covered in butterflies that week too. By the end of that week, I was not just a Christian. I was the head of part of the church and wanted to go into ministry, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it sounded like a great idea because I hadn't been happier. See, when God gets an inch from you, he tends to take you a mile. And one thing I noticed is most people at that age, I was 16, are really scared to give an inch because a mile sounds really scary. But my mile has taken me to another country, across the United States, with people that are so full of God that you would think he was standing right there. And all of those people I've met are my butterflies. They're the people that I draw on me when I am having a bad day. And they're the reason that no more scars will be there. See, now I'm in college, and I'm studying Greek. The New Testament is written in Greek, and that's why I wanted to take it, so I could read it in its original language. And I learned that the word vakari means vocation. And in English, when we think of vocation, we think about our job, but that's not what it means. It actually means to call. You see, my whole life, people saw something in me I couldn't see, and it was God calling me, and they heard it before I did. I had a vocation that I didn't even know about. And that doesn't mean you need to be a pastor. I don't want to be a pastor. And all of these people around me were hearing that call and pushing and pushing and pushing. Maddie, you can be happy. He's trying to find you. You've been ignoring him too long. He's your biggest butterfly. And I had always considered myself a rebel. So that Alice Cooper quote really spoke to me because I wanted to be the rebel. And then all of a sudden, I realized that he was right. And when I had God, I was the biggest rebel because people thought I was nuts. And it was the best kind of crazy to be. And so when I got on that board, it was the start of my biggest rebellion and my biggest growth, and my biggest saviors were there. You were given opportunities to give an inch all the time. You could be unhappy, you could be scared, you could be so tired. School is hard. I was always tired. Not just tired, but emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually drained, dead tired. I had no millimeters to give, let alone an inch, and when someone made me give an inch, God was like, oh yeah, let's go a mile. And he drugged me down the street, over the mountains, to the Philippines, through a typhoon, and here I am on the stage. And so I'm here to tell you guys that no matter what you are going through, no matter what baggage you've got, no matter what scars you bring or butterflies you have on your arms or legs or foot, wherever you want to draw it, you can go that mile. And when you go that mile, the scars will start to go away because you'll forget about them. See, when I wrote that, I was still remembering them every single day. And now I forget about them. And nobody notices anymore because they're too busy seeing that I glow. Just like every single person here glows with the fact that they are in a relationship with God that people want to be a part of. So while you're here, I don't want you just to go on home. I want you to go on an inch, and then a mile, and then over the mountain, and to Europe, and Asia, and Africa, and do all that good work, and find all of your best butterflies. Because you can fly, And you can fly even higher with God as your biggest butterfly. Thanks.